All right, says we're live. Good to go.
Alrighty.
Cool. So I guess we're gonna kick off with GJ again. Just
GJ.
just to
Okay.
kind of recap that. Um,
So yesterday I moved because I had moved my stop loss to above break even, like we talked about.
mhm.
But then yesterday I'm like, I'm gonna drop it right below break even just in case it retests. And I don't know how this. I guess the volatility of the open and close or whatever market stopped me now
Okay.
because the price never up.
What the 5 p.m.
Yeah, probably because the price never reached my stop loss. So I'm thinking like it the spread kind of screwed me over.
Do you know what price specifically your stop loss was?
Let me check. I should see here the history.
742.
It was 150. Wait, 150, 150.518.
Yeah, maybe because this was 5 o'clock here.
Yeah,
This probably took you out here.
yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
sucks, but whatever.
at 5 o'clock those spreads are gonna go wild.
Yeah, I didn't think I completely forgot about the trade to the truth. Like I was busy around that time, and then when I went to check, I got stopped by, and then I checked the price. I'm like, I never reached it. What the hell? Now I'm like, yeah, fuck, I should have moved. I don't know. I should have moved it further. I usually do. I give it a little room to breathe when it's around that time.
Yeah,
Now it looks like it's creating, but at the same time, I don't feel bad about it because it's such major resistance. So whatever.
it is. Yeah, so I was gonna point out like GJ is pretty extended at a pretty important resistance area. Looking at the daily candles, it looks like they're really struggling to push higher. Although it still could push higher, but it's just kind of a struggle right now.
Yeah,
Um,
slow move. Like if it
like
would have been any other point in that uptrend that shit would have happened to me, I would have been really annoyed.
yeah, but
Um,
here it's like
yeah,
kind
and
of continuing it.
that's why I was like, yeah, it's like move it to break even because usually, especially GJ, give it that room to breathe. But
Yeah,
whatever.
I mean here on the 4 hour, it looks like we could still possibly move higher because we pretty much took out this engulfing candle that happened yesterday, and we're kind of threatening to make a new high, but still that's kind of shaky. It looks like it's kind of on its last legs. Either I'm predicting like maybe it makes a new high, but probably doesn't go very far, or it just consolidates, or since there is 8:30 news, I know that the news doesn't particularly apply to this pair, but usually that news kind of moves the whole market. So I don't know, depending on what US dollar does, this could possibly sell off. I don't know.
Yeah,
So it can go up, down, or sideways pretty much. So I just said a whole bunch of nothing. But yeah, it just didn't hold strong enough for us to stay on the straight, I think, DJ. What I was considering was okay, since we were in it, our entry point was about here, right?
hmm
So, I mean, we got to here, like, but the thing is, we put our stop loss here, right? So, two things in hindsight, right? Do you think this is too big of a range for the stop in hindsight? Probably, right?
Um, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know because if we're thinking about like we're talking about we put it there for a reason, right? Because we're looking at the higher
Sure.
market structure, right? So,
Yeah, I was looking at this consolidation here pretty much.
right.
What this, yeah.
So maybe a slightly tighter, I would say it's okay. I would, maybe a, 75% or 25% smaller stop loss or something like that, but not like big difference to what it was, honestly, in my opinion. Like I don't,
Okay.
because we're thinking like again, like we were thinking about the higher move, but
Right.
thing, the higher time frame. Because if we were to take a position, it would take a entry like in the hour or something, right? We're taking that candle in the hour, then yeah, fuck it, make it tighter, whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it got to just over half an hour,
Yeah.
um, like 3/4 of an hour or so, give or take. Like,
You know where it would have been, I would have think it would have been okay to put the stop loss, would have given us an R, right under the 4 hour candle.
right
If you
under
put
where?
the 4 hour candle that broke from the level,
Oh, I see what you mean. So,
slightly below that one. Yeah, like around there, yeah. That would have given us an R. And I think it still would have been okay because we wouldn't want to see that candle be retraced, right?
right. Um,
So,
but I think thinking about it, like, I think it is a best practice to put it here.
but that's also if you're gonna let it play out, um, and wait because like you were saying, like yesterday you moved the break even, and I was like, oh, what if it comes back in retest? And you're like,
Right.
oh, but it's a move, da da da. So I think it's a like a I don't know, like a contradiction there because if you're gonna put it far, the idea of it is for it to possibly go back into that zone and let it do its thing as long as it doesn't go below that, right? So if you're gonna do it far, I think you have to have an open mind for the trade to go back into your zone and let it play out
I mean,
versus the other way.
sure. Yeah, you definitely have a point with that. But my philosophy, my thought process around it is like, if you're as much as this deeply in profit, like to take a loss at this point will be
But
very
that's
disappointing.
but that's
Preservation of capital, I'm always thinking in those terms.
right. So in that sense, I agree with you, but then there's no reason to step the that's what I'm saying, contradiction. Like I agree with you. So if that's the case, then there's no reason not to put the stop loss more aggressive because you're
Well,
waiting for that quick move and you know you're going to take profit quick or partial profit and you're going to protect your trade quick. So why go so far down?
well, no, that's not the reason why I put it this far down. It's not necessarily to take profit quick because that's not really my aim. My aim is to kind of like let the trade do its thing as long as it does its thing within the parameters that I'm looking for, right? Like if you're gonna go up, right, and have me in profit and then dip all the way back down, then I'm not a fan of that situation because it's kind of like a waste of my time in that situation. I feel like because I mean, if that's the case, then it should have just been a quick scalp, right? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for the trade to go, to run,
Right.
to have momentum. The reason why I put the stop loss here, though, the main thing is because of like rogue moves. That's why I say like it's a best practice to put it below the low. Because although, yeah, a lot of times you can get away with putting it here. Like a lot of times it'll work out, but there'll be a fair amount of times where you get what I call like a rogue move where, okay, price comes down, either wicks you out, or price just comes down harshly and goes back up harshly, right? So I think the
Yeah.
best protection against that would be, okay, just put your stop loss below the low. So you're best protected against those kind of situations.
But
But like if if price were to come down and start closing below this level, right? Even though it's not all the way to my stop loss, if I realize that, okay, this is not necessarily looking like a rogue move, this is just looking like, okay, the trade is just faking me out. So I'm not going to sit here and just let my stop loss, sit there like a sitting duck. Like I'm going to get defensive, either close the position if I feel like I was just completely wrong, or at least reduce position size so I take, less of a loss on it, either or.
yeah, but it's very, yeah, and I agree with you. The stop loss, I mean, we put it there for a reason, right? So um, I don't think it was wrong, the stop loss or anything. But what I'm saying is moving the stop loss to break even so quickly when you're looking at a higher time frames or the structure overall of the pair, kind of productive, I think. Because right now, if even like sometimes what I've done is like, okay, I'm in a trade and I'll be like, okay, at this point, I have two choices, whether break even and lose nothing, or lose very little bit and let it breathe a little bit. Because how many times, I think it happens so much that it comes back to the entry and retest, and then it keeps going.
Sure.
That's more common than the opposite, I think.
You think it's
Oh,
more common. So you say, okay, most of the time it'll come back to your entry, retest, and keep going,
yeah,
rather than coming back to your entry and then going to wipe you out.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, wait, what's the second one you said?
Going back to your entry and then it just keeps going in order to wipe you out.
Oh, well, it's not. Well, if you move, well, no, I said most of the times you say you're right. Let's say of all the times you're right, most of the times I think that it will retest. So the times that it's actually going to keep going up or down, I think it will retest at least one time or in the lower time frames or intraday or whatever you want to call it.
So at what point do you protect your position and move your stops to break
Well,
even? Like when do you do that?
like for example, this current trade, I think
Hmm.
like what I normally would have done, um, which is why I readjusted my stop loss, but I guess I didn't do it enough. The moment, like I would have put my stop loss below the wicks of the other candle. So you know how that we took that candle that broke through the level, that 4 hour close. After the next candle, you see how the next candle closed above all of that? So it's like, what time is that? Let me see.
Here.
5, 5, but like on March 8th, because we took it back in March. We took it in the morning in March 8th, right? Which
Yeah,
is
this is the
Monday,
candle here.
right? So the candle that closed at night, so the 5 o'clock one, so two candles to the right,
This one.
that one. When that one closed like bullish like that, I would have moved my stop loss below the wicks and leave it there, below the wicks. Um, that wick from the previous candles to the left. You see that wick?
Oh, I see. So you'll move your stop loss here.
Yeah, and leave it there. That's it. Because at that point, if you're wrong, you're gonna lose, but you're gonna lose maybe 25, 20% of the R or something like that, or less probably in this case.
So you pretty much just use your discretion to do that.
Yeah, but leaving it room for it to retest because it. I mean, yeah, in this scenario, we might be wrong and it's gonna go back down, whatever. But regardless, I think that there's something about leaving some type of wiggle room, not going straight to break even. Oh, I lost nothing versus I lost a little bit, but I gave the trade a shot.
I see what you mean. So you're reducing risk here,
Yeah.
which yeah, I get. Um,
Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, a lot of times, it's happened that it's like, oh, I ended up, being wrong, and you lose instead of losing zero, you do lose 20% or whatever the hell that is. Um,
Right, but yeah, well, there's that too. But what I'm thinking is, all right, let's say, we enter the trade here as we did. Price moved up. Okay, 5 p.m. candle here. You saw that this closed above the wick. So you're like, okay, let me move my stop loss here. There could be a situation where even though price moved above the wick, again, like price could come back down, do this, wipe you, and then keep on going. So like in that situation, wouldn't it be the same as like what you were talking about before, where price could come down, take you out anyway, and then keep going?
but I think at that point, if it goes below that, it's very rare. I think very rare that if it goes back that down that deep, it's gonna go back up. At least not in the near future. So, like in this scenario, if it were to go back below the candle, that's what I was saying. Like the candle that we entered, if it goes back below and it goes back below the candle at that point, if you get stopped and it keeps going up, whatever, it is what it is. That's a freak, because that's very rare, I think, unless it's some crazy move or something
Right.
happened in the news. I don't think that's a common thing to happen, that it goes back and like into the area like that, and then it's just like, oh, just to stop you out and keep going. I don't I don't think that happens often. No.
Mm, I got you. Okay, yeah, we got to reconcile that as far as like how we go about that. Because like in my own personal trading, what I do, like if I'm up half an hour, then like 95% of the time I'm gonna be going to break even. That's just how I do it in order to consistently avoid
But
taking unnecessary loss.
that's what every pair.
Yeah, that's with anything across the board. That's pretty much what I do. And it usually works out fairly well where if I get taken out, then yeah, like the price was just done doing whatever it was doing that I thought it was gonna do. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and there's another thing about that too, because I understand what you're saying, because when it comes like mathematically, if you were to do the numbers, I remember I did that for 1 year. I looked at all my numbers, and I concluded that if I would have done that, I would have made more money. I would have done better performance versus what I was doing, just because of that little change, other than other mistakes or whatever. But that specific change, just like decreasing those small losses, making them no losses,
Right.
big difference just by doing
Yeah,
that. So,
I'm a big fan of the taking the no loss
right.
situation. Big fan of that.
Or
Even
even
yeah,
even
like
taking, also the same thing goes to taking some type of profit as well, right? Like even
definitely
versus, like we could have taken,
some kind of profit here. That's what I was thinking too.
it would have taken half of the order, like a quarter of an R. If it was half, it would take half of that. It would have been quarter of an R, which better than nothing, I guess.
For sure.
Better than getting stopped.
But here on the hour, it looks like GJ is kind of giving like another potential breakout situation if we push through 151 2.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens with that. Probably around 8:30 news time. I think something's gonna happen here.
8:30 news time.
Yeah, it's not GJ news, but it's CPI today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, let's check out EU.
I would like to take EU bearish if I see a nice engulfing type of candle bounce off from the moving average here, or a breakout from this
On what time
consolidation,
frame?
like on the hour. If an hourly candle closes bearish from the moving average out lower than the lower, like this consolidation that it has,
I think
I would like to take it. What were you gonna say? Hello?
I think my internet is.
What happened to your internet?
Yeah, my internet connection. Yeah, sorry about that.
Whatever.
No, my internet connection kind of timed out for a second.
Oh,
But yeah, you were saying the consolidation here on the hourly, you said?
yeah.
So if it hits off pretty much
Sure.
119 and bounces away.
Yeah. Wait, what? No, no, no. Like right now, you said 119. Yeah, yeah, pretty much, yeah. From the moving average, yeah. If I see like a candle closing below this consolidation on the 1 hour,
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
you're gonna share a screen.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, yeah. I was talking about bearish. If it continues on bearish.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Just looking at it top down, um, a bit of concern, right? Or like it looks like the weekly may, depending. I think CPI may have a lot to do with this too in 30 minutes. But the weekly candle looks like it may be trying to recover this level and leave like a lower wick.
Mhm.
It's kind of unclear what direction it really wants to go in right now. I mean, as long as it's below this support at like 119.5 or resistance, I should say, 119.5, then I'll be more bearish than bullish. But it looks like it's trying to recover 119.5 because like switching to the daily, um, looks like this bullish candle is trying to pull back. I'm not sure how far this move may go, but it looks like we're trying to push back up. But it's really hard to call it until the news hits and we see what direction it starts to dive in.
Yeah.
But at 119 even, we have a decent resistance point, and we are kind of staying below it. So as long as we do stay below that, then again, I'll be definitely more bearish than bullish.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um,
This could, I mean, I have to look at it both ways. Like this could potentially be a cold reversal back up to these levels. If it
yeah.
breaks 119, then we'll probably go to 119.5 on the push out.
And it would make sense too, and because because I'm thinking fine, this could be a lower high. I mean, wait, lower high, lower, higher. No, I always get that confused. Lower high, a lower high on the
Lower
4 hour.
CH4. It
So,
could be.
so that's why I was, and then that's what I was looking at. So the moving average bounce, creating a lower high, bouncing from resistance of 19, and continuing on a downward trend. However, if you put on the daily, and like you were saying, the weekly and all that,
Hmm.
on the daily, it could still, this doesn't look like a lower high. So I think it could probably also, if it breaks above 19, like you were saying, it can still go up again to retest a higher level and create a lower high on the daily,
Right.
or completely reverse. But I don't, I mean, it still looks
Honestly,
bearish to me.
that situation is seeming more and more likely to me right now. Like even here on the 4 hour, we got a pretty decent push up from the lows. And then since then we've been consolidating. So within that consolidation, if it holds up as it is, it looks like, we've dived to make like a higher low right here relative to the previous low.
Hmm.
And then, if we break 119, then sure, like a higher high is incoming. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we could definitely have a move like that.
But
30
honestly,
minutes
I
candle.
want to take it if it breaks this bearish though. I mean, I don't know about the even though if it breaks bullish, it might continue. But since it's been bearish, I feel more confident taking it bearish if it breaks bearish this
I,
consolidation.
I'd agree. The bullish trade will be more aggressive
Yeah.
since it's a cold reversal.
Like if this candle engulfs and closes the 9 p.m. 4 hour closes below the previous candle and below all the other candles, I would feel confident taking a bearish entry there. So
Yeah, I'd agree.
if the news pushes it down instead of the other way, then I feel confident on taking it.
Yeah, I can see what happens there. 25 minutes. Gold. Gold is interesting. Like since gold made that push up that we were talking about yesterday, it's
Yeah.
just been hanging out. So it's kind of the same thing as EU, right? Where same situation pretty much. Like market pushed up. It looks like we may possibly have created or trying to create like a higher low situation relative to the previous low. Because like if we break this resistance here at 1720, then it looks like we'll easily push up. So if EU does it, gold is going to do it. The rest of the USD pairs are going to do it too.
Yeah.
And we know gold is coming off pretty nice support right here, 1680. So yeah, I'm pretty curious. Let's see what that daily looks like. Yeah, yesterday's daily candle on gold was a bullish engulfing candle, confirmed.
Yeah.
Right, so if that gets continuation, then sure, that makes sense to push up.
Yep.
It looks like fairly good risk to reward too, because I mean your stop will probably go like something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then depending on what, like probably initial targets will be here, but beyond that, we're talking like 3 to 1 beyond that.
Yeah. Definitely.
But
I have
yeah,
my
so
alert set up there.
yeah, we'll see what happens with that. The traffic is really clear too from 1720 to 1740. There's really nothing in the way. So pretty clean move down. That should be smooth.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty cut and dry. UJ, UJ's kind of just been hanging out. Like it's definitely slowed down on its uptrend up here, but this could possibly just be, a triangle pattern or something of that nature, right?
Yeah.
Whereas we could just use that to continue to push higher. But I'm really keen on this support here on UJ at 1085. If 1085 breaks, then we got room for bearishness. A lot of room. A whole lot of room.
Yep. I like this one too.
Yeah, looking at the daily, we got our first bearish candle in a while. It's kind of like a shooting star kind of candle. So yeah, if that gets some continuation, then yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense for us to start pushing down. If we do push down, the first area we'll have to worry about is 108. That is a major level. We'll see about that. But if we break 108, then yeah, the range is super clear back down to 107.
108, yeah. Definitely. So this one breaks bearish, like that means EU will go bullish and then gold.
Bitcoin is very bullish.
Yeah, let's set up here and here. All right, let's see what happens with gold. I mean, with UJ.
Yeah,
I think it needs a pullback though.
it
You put
does.
at the daily is like what the hell? One bearish candle in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. The last bearish candle got no follow through at all. If you could even call that a bearish candle, because it's
Yeah,
just a doji.
yeah, yeah,
So this
exactly.
one, yeah.
So I like this bearish, but who knows? We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a reversal, so gotta always take those with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
All right. AU.
EU, man.
Again, kind of similar to EU and gold. AU printed a bullish engulfing candle off support yesterday. It failed to make, it failed to break 76.5 support. So this alert doesn't seem like it's necessary anymore. So yeah, it's like the same thing where like if AU wants to break its resistance level here, then it's going to run the range up. So all these things are going to happen like simultaneously, bro. If 77.2 area breaks on AU, then we're running up to like 78. That's a good 80 pips. It's a good range.
Yeah.
And that looks pretty likely to happen based on just what the price action is looking like. Even though, again, this is a reversal. So there's that. Kind of like if you look hard enough here on the 4 hour, it looks like a inverse head and shoulders build, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we break here, resistance, and then boom, shoot up. Yeah, I should set a buy stop because this news could be powerful. Yeah, that's the AU situation. The NU situation is going to be the same. It's the same. Like, same 4 hour kind of inverse head and shoulders looking thing. We got resistance here. What is it, 72 ish? We're just below 72. Yeah, if we break that, then we're going to go up here.
Changing all my alerts to exiting. Huh? No, I'm just doing exiting channel, so I have an alert on both both ends, but it's one alert, instead of having two different ones.
Exiting channel? What do you mean?
Like on the alert type, you put exiting channel, and then you have the higher bound and lower bound of the alert. So if it exits any of the
Oh, I see.
alert.
That way you get two alerts for the price of one, that kind of thing?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Cool. But yeah, man, that's the list.
Yeah.
So what do we got? How much time till news time? 15 minutes. I know yesterday we're looking at AJ, but I'm getting less and less trustful of AJ. It's kind of screwing around. Like it looks like anything below this upper wick right here that faked us out last week. Anything below that is danger.
Yeah, needs to take it out.
Yeah, so right now it's kind of messing around right here at resistance. Maybe I could draw this a little bit better. Maybe it's more like that, I guess. But yeah, we need a strong close above that area. But I do like the fact that it is just consolidating there, though, because eventually it's going to move. NJ is going to be the same thing. All these are trash, 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 trash. Oh, still waiting on this EA situation. Let's see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Gold. Yeah, that makes sense. Gold 1740. Looks like these JPY pairs are selling off. I just saw GJ make a little push down. I was also watching GU because it's in a tight little range here. I think either way it breaks, it'll probably be decent. I'm thinking it breaks bullish, fills its range up.
I guess same thing as the other ones.
Yeah, all these USD pairs doing the same look. So yeah, it's like GJ is back down to support again. Man, there's so many things. I wish there was like three of me. I could look at more stuff at once.
Some moves this week. Mm.
Yeah, it'll probably happen from today on. Monday and Tuesday were kind of whatever. So what out of all the plays that we just went over, which one do you feel like is the most appealing? Or can you even single one out like that?
Yeah. What I was thinking. Huh. I really like gold. If it goes bullish.
Yeah, I like that situation there too.
Yeah. EU, I mean, and it's a contradiction, but I would prefer it goes bearish just because there's a higher probability since it's been going bearish. But who knows what's gonna happen there? I mean, everything else looks probably more bullish, so it makes sense that EU will be bullish. But out of all of them, if EU goes bearish, I'll get in that or gold.
Or gold
So
bullish.
gold bullish. Because gold bearish, it would make sense too, because it rebounds from resistance, kind of the same thing as EU. But I don't know. Plus, it's been going down too. No, I don't like it as much as you.
Yeah, I'm more partial to gold bullish too. And perhaps AU bullish, if that depending on how that closes.
Yeah. But I mean, the zone, the levels are more the clearest on gold.
There are, yeah.
Yeah, so I like gold.
Plus, I like the pattern a lot. What's happening here on gold? Like the run up from 1680, and then we kind of fall off, back off, making like this little flag pattern.
Yeah.
And then if we get like a powerful candle breaking resistance here, then that would be an excellent signal.
Yeah, I agree. That would be good. I gotta do more replay, man. I barely done replay. I barely did any this weekend.
It helps a lot.
Yeah. Need some music right now. It's just too quiet. Yeah, I've been up since like 4 or something.
You know, for work.
No, it's just I went to sleep super early, and I just couldn't go back to sleep when I woke up. I usually
Oh,
get up at 6, but so I just laid in bed from 4 to 6, basically.
dang.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
Just
that's the worst one. Like you're trying to go back to sleep, you can't.
yeah. No, I gave up because I hate doing that. Because when you fall asleep, you feel like shit when you wake up. So I tried for a little bit, and then as once I noticed I wasn't going to, I'm like, I'm just gonna lay here and just look at videos, and I was looking at through my phone. I was just looking at charts real quick and stuff like that. But I just didn't get up from the bed, until 6. So I know this afternoon I'm gonna be exhausted. I'll probably work out like at 4 and then just go to sleep early. There you go.
Have you seen Bunny Wailer died the other day?
Huh?
Bunny Wailer died the other day.
What's that?
Bunny Wailer.
Have I seen what? I can't understand what you're saying.
No, Bunny Wailer. He died the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like last week.
I thought you were saying something about uh, WandaVision.
Oh.
which I
Speaking of which, did you watch the finale?
yeah, I watched the whole thing. When you told me, I forgot to tell you, but when that day you told me, I actually went and caught up those 3 or 4 episodes, and then I watched every Friday until last week.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, yeah, it was all right. I just want to know what the fuck happened to Vision, like the Blue Vision. Where he go?
Which Vision?
The actual Vision.
Oh
When
well, he's dead.
no
The
no,
the real Vision.
the real Vision's alive.
No, the real Vision's dead.
What do you mean?
The white they made a white Vision.
But yeah, and then he's like, oh, I am Vision. Like he remembered everything, and then he
How do
did.
you log on to my computer?
Hold on one second. Hold on one second, bro. Preston, what time is it?
How do you log on?
What time is it? What time is it?
I don't know.
So it's 8:26, and you told me that you have not logged onto your computer yet.
I tried.
You tried
Mom and Dad need help because that computer's not working.
for 30 minutes, and now you're asking to log onto the computer. So you're 30 minutes late to class, and now you're asking.
I know. He's only asking now because Mom and Dad were just trying to fix him in the other room.
Okay, bring the computer back. Yeah, bro. Goes away. Preston, come here. Come here. You see this button right here?
Yeah.
When I tell you to press it, press it. Press it. No, the other one. No, no, no. This button right here, man. When I tell you, press it. Press it. Press it. Press it again. Press it again. Okay.
How could you do that by yourself? This fucking one he got on.
I didn't get on yet.
What is all of that? That looks like coding.
All right, 8:30.
Hello.
Yeah.
So the news hit. Something happened or no?
Well, something is happening, but not enough yet to make any moves on.
Hmm. It looks like the dollar getting weaker.
I'm trying to see what the news is exactly. Usually they have it on Twitter. CPI increase in line with forecasts. Core number above. CPI, overall CPI up 1.7%. Okay, so the actual came in at 1.7. So what's the estimate? 0.2? Seriously? Oh, that's year over year came in at 1.7. Forecast came in at 1.4. So that's, yeah, it's slightly negative for a US dollar. Month over month came in at 0.2.
Let's go gold.
It's moving.
Damn. You too. There you go. Showing off.
So gold did that. We use threatening. N use threatening. A use threatening. UJ is threatening bearish. Gold is breaking resistance. I was wondering if I should put buy stops here on gold. Slightly dangerous.
Yeah.
23 minutes until close.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, from here, the stop loss will be about 1,500 pips.
Yes.
It is looking bullish and stuff, but it could easily be a fake out too.
Yeah, I'll just wait till close.
It's pulling back. Backing up.
Yeah.
What are you doing? PC. Hmm.
Yeah, I ran up, backed off. I kind of like that situation better though. So, well, ideally, if the 4 hour were to close above resistance after this, then that'll be good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But yeah, you didn't get that, bro. In WandaVision, Vision is still dead.
On me. Are you talking
What
But
do you mean still dead? He brought his memories back and he flew off after he said I am Vision and flew off.
yeah, that's White Vision though. That's the one that Sword created.
They didn't create him. They put him back together.
Right,
Right?
but without the Infinity Stone, it's not really Vision. It's just
But it has his memories.
yeah, because he got it from the Wanda's vision or whatever. Because Wanda's vision gave it to him.
No,
Because-
no, because he told him that his memories are inside of him because that was because that was Vision's body, right? They just
Right.
modified it or whatever, put it back together.
Right.
So he told him the fake, not the fake version. It's just confusing. But he told him, "Oh, your memories are inside of you, deep down, and I can help you." And he put his hand and like retrieve his memories, and then he's like, "I am Vision," and flew off.
Hey, morning.
Do you have anything to eat yet? Me? Can you make any? What it is?
Hmm. What did you think of the ending? Like did you watch? You watched after the credits, right?
Uh, yeah. What was it like
After the credits, when she went.
to the
Well, there was
theater?
two things after the credits actually. Like there were some credits, and then one thing, then some more credits, and another thing.
I remember the one of the theater. That she goes to the theater. He's like,
Yeah,
"Oh, they want to talk to you in the theater or some shit," and then she goes in there, and then this
right.
Martian
She
looking
points up.
motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, that thing. I guess that's for what is that for Captain Marvel or
I think Captain Marvel are the ones that have those green looking guys.
yeah, yeah. So that's relating to that. But then there were some more credits after that one, and
Oh, I
then
don't
it
even
was
remember.
Wanda and what's the name for her home country?
Sokovia?
Sokovia. Yeah. So she was in like a log cabin in Sokovia,
Oh,
and
I
then I
didn't
think
see that.
yeah, you got to watch after like after the movie theater
Hmm.
thing after the first set of credits. Then there's another set of credits, and then
What?
yeah, you got to watch that. So she's in a log cabin in Sokovia. She's like sipping some tea, just in her like pajamas or whatever. And she walks inside, and then she's also in the other room as Scarlet Witch, like weaving spells. So it's like two instances of her. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I didn't know what to really make of that, but you got to watch that part too.
You talking to
Wait, I'm gonna try. I'm trying to find it.
me? Hey Zay, it looks like the buildings are done.
Yeah.
Are you gonna move into one of those buildings? I mean apartments?
Uh, it's stupid. All right. So exit that. Hmm. So these things don't want to close. Well,
Oh, there you go. Finally, I found it. Shit.
What you looking for?
The after credits. The One Division. The last one.
Yeah.
Oh snap. Right back.
Hmm.
Oh, is the Bellagio in Vegas a good hotel?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it? I imagine the food in there and the drinks are super expensive.
Like in the hotel, like it depends. Like there's, I mean, a ton of different restaurants like everywhere. So
In the hotel?
yeah, there's a ton of different places in the hotel. Um, like,
Oh,
but just because you stay at the Villaggio, you don't necessarily have to like eat there. Like you could go wherever else.
walking
Like
distance?
yeah, it's the strip. Everything's walking distance. So like,
Right.
or at best a very short taxi ride.
The thing about going next month, and I was quoting like tickets and hotel, and I
It's
quoted the
probably cheap.
Bellagio. Huh?
It's probably pretty cheap to fly to Vegas right now. I'm thinking.
Well, the flight was like 2:30 on American Airlines. I didn't want
Round
to fly
trip?
with the Frontier or Spirit garbage. It
Oh
was like
no,
a
yeah,
hundred dollars.
don't do that. Yeah.
So American was like 2:30 per person round trip with a
Oh, that's
stop in Phoenix, I think.
oh, well, stop. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, there's no direct flight from Tampa or from Orlando.
Oh, I forgot you're in Tampa. Yeah,
And,
that's
and I was like, I'm not gonna drive down to fucking anywhere. It doesn't make sense. I just rather do the stop.
yeah.
But anyway, like 2:30 per ticket, and then for 3 nights at the Bellagio, it came out at $400
What? Yo, that's a steal.
with
Cause
the with the with the king bedroom. Like I don't know, it's not the cheapest bedroom either. Not the difference
it's
is
a
from
it's a
home and bathroom.
suite or just a normal room.
It's a normal room,
Okay, just
but it's
one
not
king
the
bed instead of two queens.
yeah. I don't know. Like the categories there's a bunch of crap on the categories, but it wasn't the cheapest one. It was one of the other ones.
Yeah, it's probably just slightly above because the two queens will probably be the cheapest, and then you have the king, and then the
Yeah,
suites.
but that's cheap though, right?
Yeah, that's fantastic. The Bellagio is not a cheap hotel, bro. Like,
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, yo, let's take advantage of this COVID shit and go take. We can say we stay at the Bellagio.
yeah, Bellagio is really nice. Um, but
Yeah,
like,
for weird because it was more expensive to stay 2 days.
if you're eating and going to restaurants and stuff at the Bellagio, that's kind of bougie. Um, they do have a nice brunch thing there though. The last time I remember, but like for example, like I would go to like my favorite breakfast spot would be I forgot the name of the restaurant, but it's in Planet Hollywood, the hotel. So like I would go have breakfast there, and then for lunch there's a bunch of different buffets, whatever. For dinner I'll probably go to the Aria. I like hanging out at the Aria too for gambling. Um, or like you could, I mean, there's so many options, man. Vegas is a lot of fun.
I was thinking about it. It was gonna be pricey, but I was thinking like, yo, like fucking, take advantage that it's cheap right now because probably don't have enough people, and you know, and go there because I've never been there. Because already like, oh, I want to take you somewhere for your birthday. I want us to go to somewhere for your birthday.
Your brother's in
And
May though, right?
yeah, yeah. But then the reason why I would go next month is because my parents are gonna be here. My parents are here in the States, but they're in Miami right now. So that
Oh, okay.
week I can arrange for them here so they can take care of the house, the cats, the dogs, all the crap.
Gotcha.
Versus if I do it in May or any other time, it's like we have to find somebody, and it's a hassle because you know I have a puppy right now, and so like when I take advantage that they're here and go for like 3 days, 3 nights, 4 days, type of thing, which I think is more than enough for just being in Vegas, right?
Yeah, like 4 days in Vegas is plenty.
I was even thinking about doing 2 nights, but um, it's more expensive, or it's the same price. So I don't know what's the point.
So 4 days, 3 nights.
So yeah, 4 days, 3 nights.
Yeah, yeah, that's perfect.
So leaving like Thursday evening and coming back Monday.
Oh, the weekend too. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah,
Nice truck.
might be worth spending the grand or whatever we're spending it. Considering we didn't go on vacation anywhere last year, it's not bad.
Yeah, you,
Use that stimulus pay to go to Vegas.
yeah, you better put that in the options account. Flip that.
Yeah, I'm going to. At least yeah, I'm probably gonna do that.
Uh,
Gotta get my taxes too. Finish the
oh man,
pain in the ass.
yeah, I gotta do that too.
You gotta pay taxes. I'm getting money.
Yeah, I gotta do that.
This is the first year I was gonna have to pay taxes actually, because my increase in pay and I was like, what the? It was by like almost $2,000.
Don't you still get a W-2 though?
Yeah,
And you still have to pay it after your W-2?
I was going to have to, yeah, because I changed my claiming. Like I used to
Oh, you
claim head
claim
of
zero,
household.
or you claim 3 or something like that?
I claimed 2, I think,
Claim 2, yeah.
because I was because I knew it was gonna. I used to claim head of household because I would claim my mom as a dependent. So then I changed it to this year to just by myself, single. And so that difference, I think that's what there was, $2,000, some ridiculousness. But luckily, I was able to drop that down. And
Yeah, you better write stuff off.
no, luckily, well, it's not luckily, but it's because of the main reason was because of the flood.
Oh, I see.
So I can claim stuff like the deductible, whatever the insurance doesn't pay, basically. So it looks like it's gonna close like this.
Which is very depressing.
Yeah.
I need a good 4-hour close, and this is not quite it.
Especially for a reversal.
Yeah.
Look at the 1 hour on EU. It's like this huge engulfing candle, but it closed right above. I mean, right at the level,
Right
at the
at resistance, right?
resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks.
You may have to scalp this. I don't know.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I may have to scalp this, man. I haven't taken a scalp in a while.
Scalp. I'll do some screening later on. See what
You in
else
any
I-
more stock plays, or
Huh?
you in any more stock plays?
Mm-mm.
This Bitcoin is moving.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything. And I was looking at that Cody, and I was thinking about taking it when it opened. However, I don't like that there is like a pivot point right where it closed yesterday.
Yeah, like this, the close wasn't the strongest. It just moved above the level barely.
But even if it moved, because I had the level there too, and it moved above it, but it closed at a also like another level because it was like in 2019 that was a support, a clear support. So I don't know. Hold on, give me a second.
EA.
That UJ went off.
I got EA went off too.
Yeah, I saw that. My EA, I put it lower. Sucks, man. Why couldn't the forward close? Watch all the moves are gonna happen after 4.
Yep.
I mean, after the 9.
10 o'clock candle is going to be one massive engulfing candle that runs the entire level.
Look at EU. I mean, yeah, EU's breaking right now. AU also. Damn.
This EA breaking bearish. Yeah, I need to see that 4-hour close on EA. So EU is doing that. If it 15-minute closes there on EU, I'm taking a scalp. Gold is. How did gold close? Gold closed pretty good. Well, not really. It closed okay. But I think that's buy stop situation right there all day, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Like a buy stop right above the wick.
Yeah, just a few pips above that.
You doing it?
Yeah, well, man, there's so much. I want this EU buy. I want the gold buy. I want the AU buy. I want the NU buy. I want them all. What did GJ do? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
It's kind of holding up though.
All right, man. I'm gonna get to work. I'll be messaging you though.